Frank Swords, Open Comp number 10. Frank, you qualified last night, but you had a bit of a problem.
Well, it wasn't. The sun was out, and we set the car up to run at nighttime and not during the day, and we just happened to be out there in the sunlight, and the car just doesn't work that well.
But now it's ready to go. You got back in the race actually in the backpack, but is the car ready for tonight, the 200 lapper?
The car is ready for tonight. Last night we got in a little scrimmage on the back straightaway, and I got a little upset after that, and I came from last place back up to third place, and I just ran out of laps where I could have won that race last night.
Frank, 200 laps, something new for Open Comps this year. Why are you out here? We know it's not for the money.
Well, it's my home track now. I live here in town, and it's just where I want to race. I'll race anything they got, really.
Frank, I've heard a rumor through the grapevine that you're selling your car. Does this mean that you're leaving the sport?
No, I just want to upgrade on my car. I want to change some things, and I can't. It's not feasible to make all the changes with this car.
Frank, with 200 laps again, something new in the Open Comps, there has to be a strategy. What is your strategy tonight? Go out at first and take the lead and hang on to it, or lay back a little bit?
I'll just lay back and run where I'm comfortable. If somebody presses me real hard, I'll let them go by me, and I'll just be there at the end, and hopefully they won't be.
Well, Frank, the best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Qualifying last night, what'd you think about it?
We did real good with it. We got closer than we ever had to having fast time up here. We're about a tenth of a second off third kettle, so we're getting there.
That's really saying something, a tenth off third kettle. Again, you have a strategy for tonight, I'm sure, for 200 laps. What is it?
We really don't. We're gonna kind of go with the flow of traffic, not go out and be a hero right off the bat. It's a 200-mile race or 200-lap race, and a lot of things happen in the last 100 laps. That's where we plan on doing most of our moves, the last 100 or 50.
Larry, you're not unlike most drivers here in the Open Comps. You've been in the sport a long, long time. Figure eights, you race dirt also.
Yeah, I started back in 1970. I was still in high school at the time and started out on figure eight dirt track. Ran that for a long time, went into modified a little bit, and back into figure eight, back into the Open Comp modified, the big winged outlaw type modified stuff, and things got a little slow in that. They closed the track up, so we moved into asphalt racing, ran figure eight 1 year and got the track championship in that, and then moved into the modified the next year.
You're here at Mesa Marin, one of the best high bank half-mile ovals in the country. Is that the reason you're here, for the track?
Yeah, this is, well, right now it's kind of hard. You're either running Orange Show or Saugus, which are both quarter-mile tracks, or you race here. And to me, this is one of the nicest in the country. I love this track. There's a lot of three-abreast racing, a lot of close racing, no real crash-bang stuff. You get to go out and actually run a good, clean race.
200 laps, something different again, and it is so, we mentioned this so many times, only because it's so new and so unconventional. You're not here for the money. Why are you here?
Oh, you got to be here for the glory. That's all there is to it. I love racing. I got a good crew. The crew really likes this. They really get into the pit stop part of it. I wish we didn't have to go quite as far because it does add up quite a bit on the tire bills and stuff, but as far as the pit stops and all that, that's great. It gives everybody on the crew a chance to really get involved in it.
You got a sharp crew, you got a sharp car, you must have some good sponsors.
We're pretty much an independent. We run everything ourselves, other than the stuff that's on the car as far as rooms and meals here in town. We're pretty low budget on stuff. I think we're one of the better running low budget teams up here, and you know, we try to keep the car looking nice, so we look a little bit higher budget than we are, but we just try what we have, we make it work.
I was going to say, you are probably one of the best looking low budget crews we've seen in a long, long time. Well, Larry, I hope to see you up in front tonight.
Oh, I hope so. I think I'm pretty confident a top three finish tonight, and hopefully we'll be right up in the front.
Good luck, Larry.
Okay, thank you.
Steve Black, number 84. Steve, you're back at Mesa Marin here for a Pepsi Cola 200 lap. What got you started in Open Comp racing?
Well, we built a car and ran a street stock for a year, and then my father owns a company that owned Open Comp, so I just kind of stepped in the driver's seat and trying to make a go of it. This is only our second year in it. We had a pretty good first year in it. As far as problems, everything went okay, and we're still in the learning stage, and we've got a long ways to go, but we'll get there.
You're 24, one of the young faces, one of the young drivers here at the Pepsi Cola 200. I gotta wonder, whatever got you to sit in the car for the very first time?
Well, my dad used to race years ago. He raced for about 10 years ago out at the Bakersfield track at Speedway, and that kind of got me interested in, in competition, and I've raced bicycles and wagons and a little bit of everything trying to get going here, and finally getting up into the cars.
You had some problems last night during qualifying.
Yeah, we had a real bad push problem in the car, and we made some changes for the heat race, and we think we got her worked out now.
All right, Steve, best of luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Gary Collins, number 28. Gary, last night during qualifying, you had some problems.
Yeah, we got involved in an accident, and it broke some of the left front suspension, but the car seems to be, first session today, seems to be all right. We're going to discuss some tires in. We ain't going to make no changes, so I think we're all set for the evening.
Gary, it takes 8th place or better to win track championship. What's your strategy tonight?
We plan on trying to go for first. We're not going to sit back. We got to just go ahead and go for the win, and we'll see what comes up with the rest of it. But we got to start in the back, so we're going to be a little conservative at first.
All right, Gary, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Here in the pits, we have a lot of people working on the cars, checking tires. They have not stopped all during the day. This is part of the unsung heroes here. The pit crews, the people who work day and night on the cars and make sure the driver's in the winner's circles. We had a chance to talk with a few of them here today, and we'll see what they had to say. Beatty with me, the crew chief for Frank Swords. Pat, you don't get paid for your job. You're out here every time Frank races. Why do you do that?
Oh, it's mostly just a hobby for me. Frank's a real good friend of mine, and I just enjoy working around the car and helping him.
Pat, how long have you been involved as far as working in a pit crew and running one for that matter?
I started with Frank on his third race with this car, which has been about 3 years, 3 seasons, 3 full seasons.
Now you hold down a regular job, and then you come out here, you travel with Frank when he asks you to, and you come out here on Saturday nights in Mesa Marin. That's got to be a strain. Is there something in the future you're looking for?
Oh, not really. I just enjoy being out here with a lot of nice people out here, and I enjoy working on the car, getting my hands on the car, and seeing what I can achieve by, the changes I make and watching what the car does out on the track,
You're an unsung hero like most pit crew. There's an old saying, behind every good driver, there's a great pit crew. And you're the unsung hero. You walk out the track, no one knows you, no one knows your name. Does it ever bother you?
It doesn't bother me. I'm not out here for glory, Like I said, I'm a friend of Frank's, and if I can help him do good, well, that's where I get my glory,
200 lap or something different. You'll have a pit stop tonight. How do you train for these things?
Well, a lot of people probably think you do practice stuff. We don't ever practice, to be honest with you. We just come out here and try to do our best. We know every man's got a job, and they know what they have to do, so we just leave it to each individual to, just do his best.
Pat, what is exactly, besides being crew chief, do you have other responsibilities on the car?
My main responsibility is making sure that the front end and the chassis is right. I see that everybody else tries to, keep up on top of their job, and if there's something that needs to be done, if I'm busy, I ask somebody else to do it. That's basically what it comes out to.
Well, Pat, I know it's getting close to hot lap time. I know you're going to get busy. Thanks for the time, and good luck for you and your driver.
Thank you very much.
Lord and the team.
3 years.
And what exactly is your job?
Mainly doing the tires.
Again, that's very important. You make it sound so easy, but there's a lot to do with tires.
Yeah, I spend my whole weekend doing tires.
Scott, you're out here. If you get any money, it's hardly nothing at all, and your Saturdays and your weekends are spent on a track. Why do you do it?
I enjoy it.
Again, you take a very important part here. And again, tonight, you'll have something different. 200 laps, that means pit stop for you guys. You'll be over the wall. You've got to get it done as quickly as possible. Do you like pit stops, or is it something new for you?
I enjoy it. That's basically why I'm here, because I like the pit stop part of it. It makes the whole thing enjoyable.
Your day starts probably early in the morning if you have car problems. Now tonight you don't have major problems that we know of, but again, it won't end until he rolls in. You'll check the tires and you'll go back home. You'll be an unsung hero. No one will know who you are. They'll remember Larry Lord. They won't remember you. Does that bother you?
No, because usually when people talk to Larry, he tells them that if it wasn't for us, that he wouldn't be where he's at. So we do get some recognition, but that's all part of it.
You hold the job down during the day like the rest of us. What do you do when you're not running for Larry Lord?
I work for the County of Riverside Road Department.
Well, Scott, I'm gonna get you back to work, so I know we're almost time to hot lap. Nice to have you talking with us.
Nice talking with you.